Everybody, welcome to Poli Games. I'm your host Joseph, and this is our still temporary set. And today we're going to talk about Atari. And the rumor has it that they are re-entering the console market, and why I think that is a terrible idea. Now, the CEO of Atari during E3 said that they are working on a console. It's been years in the making, and so it doesn't seem like that this is some type of NES classic type of situation. That they are making a gaming console out of PC technology. That's his words, not mine. They even showed like a 2-second clip of Atari and what's seeming to be reminiscent of a 2600. Now, to me, you would think I'm excited because I love hardware. You guys know that. I love all my gaming pieces of hardware. I just love, I don't know, something about opening that box and seeing a console inside, it excites me. So why am I not excited for Atari? Because it seems like a lot of people are. You know, a lot of people still have fond memories of the Atari 2600. Why am I not so excited? Well, because this isn't the early 80s. This isn't even the mid 90s. This is 2017. So when I think of Atari re-entering the console market after an absence of over 25 years, it just kind of spells disaster for me. This is not a console market that I don't think Atari understands. And with that, you need the capital to make software. Remember that hardware does not sell hardware. You need that software. And with software comes a lot of money. You need those AAA titles like an Xbox, like a Halo, like PlayStation when it comes to like Last of Us or Uncharted. You need those AAA titles, and they don't just come out of thin air. You need the studios. So Atari needs to not just, invest in hardware, but they also need to go out, spend a ton of money on developers, on studios to make AAA games. And the only games that Atari has made in the past few years, past 5 years, are mobile games, are flashback collections, or flashback consoles, or licensing their own properties to places like Namco Bandai or Capcom. They're not out there to really make stellar games, unfortunately. And so when I looked at Atari's main website, their most popular game, it seems, is Roller Coaster Tycoon for iPhone. That's what they're building right there. That's what has got them out of bankruptcy only 3 years ago. They were out of bankruptcy. And remember that Atari is not Atari. They are owned by, I think it's called like Intercool Inc. They're not the same company anymore. Intercool changed their name to Atari. This isn't the Atari we've known and we've loved. This is a totally different company with a totally different set of ideas. And with that said, when we talk about Atari, we also have to talk about the other publishers in the room. EA, Activision, Ubisoft, who you need to prove to that there's an audience for your console before they go and make games. Remember, games are more and more and more expensive, and as companies like Xbox, like PlayStation come out with their Pro consoles, then now you have developers coding for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox One, Xbox One X, and then also for some games like FIFA, the Switch. They're coding for 5, maybe even 6 different consoles slash PCs. And so, what do they have time for another one? Atari? That's a bigger expense on their report. And they need a bigger return opportunity than just going, hey, we're making a new console. They have to prove themselves to Activision and EA that there's a market for this console, that people want it, and that they can make money off of it. They just don't throw their money willy nilly. Maybe they get. Did I just say willy nilly? Anyway, they're not like Ubisoft that is willing to take the risks, right? Ubisoft will go out there and make games for the Wii, will make games for the Nintendo Switch, no fucking problem. EA and Activision, they're important because they have some of the biggest franchises out there. Remember, EA, though they supported the Switch, and the Switch is a great example, they supported the Switch with FIFA, one game. It took them a month ago to just say, you know what, we're gonna actually start. We see that it's selling really well. We're gonna start making games for it. Even Activision the same. So when it comes to EA and Activision, they're important because they have some of the biggest games that come out every single year. Your Call of Duties, your Destinies, your Maddens, your FIFAs. And those are very important and able to make money on your console and for them to make money on your console. It's a two-way street. And so when I see Atari entering this console market, And I look at Xbox, who with the Xbox One spent over $100 million. That is one AAA game. $100 million on a controller. I'm like, Atari, what are you offering? What are you seriously offering? Because if their wallets are that deep just to go on a design for a controller, what seriously, what is it? That's why to me, this Atari cannot be anything but a Atari Classic Mini. And I actually almost forgot this as I was making the video, but remember that better consoles have tried. Remember, other competition have tried making it in this marketplace. Remember the Ouya. Remember that. Remember the Amazon Firebox. You know, all these, you know, companies going out there getting little studios and not doing much with them. So when I think of Atari, I really think their safe bet is to go off and make an Atari Mini. You know, continue what you're doing and build on that. And if there's a next generation, maybe that's the time you go in when there's somewhat of a level playing field and you have more capital in your wallet to go out there and spend and to be competitive. Because if you don't have the cash like Ouya, if you don't have the passion like Amazon, you don't you don't make it. And so at the end of the day, for me, Atari, this console to me is just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. And so, with that said, I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited? Do you have faith in this console? Let me know in the comment section down below. I try to respond, at least acknowledge every single comment, because here at Poli Games, it's all about the conversation. We don't care whether you're playing on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, PC, whatever have you. As long as you game, that's the most important thing. Everybody, please like, share, subscribe. It helps me out. It shows me that you care. It builds and builds this beautiful thing that I call home. And yeah, everybody have a great day. Keep your wits about you, and have a nice one. I salute you. I don't know. I ended it backwards. Usually I go, keep your wits about you and have a nice day. But then I got dyslexic again. And but whatever. Am I gonna edit this part out? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everybody, keep your wits about you. Have a great one. Bam.